What's going on, everybody? Good evening. This beautiful Monday, the 10th of October. It's been an interesting day. Not so much around the world, because that's going to shit. But the HEX community, we're on fire today. Absolutely on fire. Looks like we got hoodwinked again. Now, if you guys don't know what hoodwinked means, it means someone tricked us. And I don't consider myself a Hex maxi. I'm a pretty much a Richard Hart maxi, but I still have other coins and I still support other projects, and I'm not going to change from that. I totally believe that there's opportunities elsewhere. You don't have to have 100% Hex. Some people disagree with me, and that's always been one of the reasons why I was never accepted into the inner circle of the Hex community. That's okay. I don't mind. I like being where I am. I'm old. I don't got time for none of that bullshit. Seriously. So yeah, what's going on today, what I saw, it's like that old game where you got the 3 cups and you got the ball, and you can never get the ball. You keep losing your $20 or whatever. Anybody who grew up in the inner city or goes on vacation to a city like Rome or New York City, things like that, they've seen this game played, and that's what it feels like. I've got nothing against Jack Levin and Zen, but I got some problems with him calling Richard a scammer and not knowing what the OA is and not understanding the OA. Because I thought that the guy owned Hex. I thought he understood Hex. But I went back and I watched his interview with Richard, and he was pretty clueless about Hex. And then the statement he made on Telegram, I think it was either this morning or last night, something, he was just saying a comment that made no sense whatsoever, saying that if Richard didn't want to be considered a scammer, he should burn all of the Hex tokens that the OA owns. That's assuming that Richard is 100% the OA and Richard can make 100% of those decisions, which I've never believed ever since day one of Hex. I thought that Richard is the front man and then he's got a team behind him, right? That's what I've always believed. I never was one of those people that thought that Richard was all-encompassing Hex, right? It's so much going on. Software is hard, guys. Listen, I had to quit my project because I couldn't find good devs, just gave up after a while, spent 60 grand. I said, you know what, enough's enough. I'm done. I'm not going to spend any more money. So when I saw that, and he recommended that if Richard didn't want to be considered a scammer, that he should burn all of the OA tokens. I was like, what is this dude talking about? Seriously. Where do you get off with this nonsensical information? Right? If Richard was to burn all the OA tokens, that would mean the APY that we receive as stakers would probably go close to, 4 or 5, maybe even the bottom 3.69%, because almost all the coins would be staked. I think maybe 10% would be unstaked, 20%, something like that, of all of the available tokens. That would totally crush the APY that we receive. And if you go for short-term APY stakes, say you're going 1, 2, 3 years, man, you'd be earning like 1%, 2% a year. So obviously Jack doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to the OA. The OA is what gives us a nice cushion, a great marketing platform where I can go to somebody and say, hey, you want to earn 30% on your capital? You could try with Hex. Maybe you want to stake for 7 years. Sounds good to me. Let's go into the comments. Joshua says, gotta love Hex's first bear market. Everyone's losing their shit. Okay, look, I'm a streamer. I'm actually making more of this than I actually care because you guys like the entertainment value. I'm not going Hex Joker style, but I just think that this is something interesting to talk about. I think people should understand stuff before they make comments, right? I don't go out there talking about tech for Ethereum, going deep into it and stuff, because I don't know, right? I'm not talking deep into Zen either. The stuff that I posted on Twitter today was just hearsay, right? I go from what Steph from Staker App is saying, and people that are much smarter than me when it comes to crypto. Even Pearl. DexHex says, hey, Randy, caught a couple of your shorts today. Great job. Thank you for all your hard work. He's talking about shorts, my TikToks, the YouTube shorts. I'm putting them on LinkedIn. I'm putting them on Getter, the really conservative platform. So they're also going to Odyssey. They should be going to Rumble, but I didn't check yet. And Instagram Reels. So I'm putting stuff everywhere. I said, you know what? If I'm going to do this, I'm going all out. I got that kind of a personality. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to go all out. And it gives me something to keep my creativity going and not be just playing around, just getting into fights on Twitter. It's better to create than just to fight, right? Wendy Shift, good evening. Soldier Pete, good to see you. I'm here. Is your name Randall? No, Pulse Gates, it's not. No, I'm a true Randy. That's it. Good day, Randy. Putting Guru. Chico's here. Howdy, sir. I look forward to these every night. Thanks, Randy. PNWX, you're welcome. Salute. Trevor Hansen, Zen Dump. Yeah, I mean, that's to be expected. There's no coins. There's very little liquidity. You save me from Zen Twitter space. Time to breathe some fresh air. People need to settle. Hex enthusiast. Exactly. Let's have some fun with it. I'm trolling the hell out of Jack though, because he deserves it. And I hope he knows it too. Hi, Randy family. Alex, good evening. Chico, smart guy. Picked up more Hex. Had to leave Zen Drama on Twitter to come hang out with you, Corey Geary. It's so much fun, though. Ben Dubard, good evening. Hi, Marion. Hope you're doing well. Randy from Spanish to English. Let's do this, man. Gerardo, ¿cómo estás, mi amigo? I was just in, there's Trevor. Thank you, buddy. I was just in a live stream with our friend. Let me share the screen here. With Based Wafu Basada. She's a Mexican streamer in the Hex community. And I just check her out and go subscribe to her new YouTube channel. And I think it's called Crypto Amazonas. I think that's what it is. And this tonight was her first stream, so I was in there supporting them. Gotta keep working on my Spanish. But yeah, the Latinas are getting it on, man. They're getting out there and they're talking about Hex. That's awesome. Totally gonna support that. Absolutely. We need every language out there represented. And I think that the Spanish community is super strong. Gotta get my wife involved too, because she's got some serious skills. Hello, son. Hello, mom. How are you doing? Stressful struggle. Where are you coming out with that PZen power? Jack is a snake, plain and simple. Pete. I have to agree. I think it's so shady to come into a community. I'd never heard of you before, right? This is me looking at Jack, right? I had those vibes the second I saw that he was getting involved and he was streaming with everybody. He was coming in and he was asking to stream with all the Hexicans, right? And typical Hex streamers. And I'm like, something's going down. And then he announces Zen, right? He even had a stream with Richard, which was great because, Jack has lots of followers. So it's a good way to help build up Richard's followership. But then he announces Zen. And I'm like, oh, here we go again. We're getting hoodwinked again. You guys remember Hexy back in the day? For any OGs and Hex, you guys know this one. A lot of the Hex OGs fell for it. They lost lots of money. Hexy went to zero, right? It was just a total rug pull. And then Axion, which I fell for. I got my free claim for Axion. And then I actually bought like 250 million of them. Probably spent 6 or 7 ETH total back when ETH was right around $1,000. I mean, this is pre serious pump of ETH. And imagine if I would have put that in the HEX instead. Instead, I wasted on Axion, and I'm probably down about 80% right now on my net dollar investment, about 80% down. That one might still come back, but who knows? They're staked. All my coins are staked, so I can't touch them anyways. And then we had others. I mean, there's plenty more. Then we had all the sacrifices. Everyone's coming, hey, sacrifice for this, sacrifice for that. And that was getting annoying. And I think where everyone's burnt out with sacrifices. It seems like everyone needs to launch their own coin. And I don't see, I'm probably the most capable person to launch a coin since I've already launched 40 back in the day. Between 2015 and 2019, I launched about 40 tokens, or was on the teams of 40, and projects that are not token related in crypto. But I'm not doing it. Why? Because it's hard. It's hard. There's not just, you just don't launch a token. You've got to have liquidity. If you're going to be like, say a project that they have dreams of a coin getting up there on CoinMarketCap. You got to have liquidity. You have to have good token economics. You got to have a good website. You got to have a good marketing team. You got to have a social media team. You got to have meetings a couple times a week. You have to have good devs. You got to have them on payroll. There's so many things that go into it. It's not easy. So everyone just keeps launching tokens. I'm like, oh boy, they're going to be in for a world of hurt. Excuse me. Man blocked, unfollowed a lot of hexagons to today. Sad that so many OGs are still riding the Jack Jock after what RH has done for us. No more loyalty. Blaine, it's blows my mind. And he's still following me, even though I did talk some trash today. But I mean, I don't expect him to follow me much longer. He'll probably come back in tonight and do something. Trevor says PulseChain delay got people going crazy. Remember, I claimed my Zen. I did it. I think I had 45 wallets or something like that. Yeah. But that's before I heard about the centralization with the tokens, and I didn't get anything under 80,000 because I had my Gwei set super low. So when mine started hitting, it was already over 80,000. Those of you guys do not know what Gwei is, start learning. It's time you guys start learning this shit. Seriously. I see so many people say, oh my God, all these people, they're spending $40 to $60 to claim their Zen. They're just wasting their money. I didn't pay anywhere near that. I paid like $5, $6, $7 for all of mine because I lowered my Gwei manually in MetaMask. And if it hit, it hit. I had other wallets. There was 5 wallets that did not go through. Did I pursue it again and reset it to try to get more Zen? Nope. It was just a lottery for me. If it happened, it happened. If it didn't, it didn't. Good to see you, Tin Top. Thanks for showing up. Joshua Hammond, new face around here. Welcome. It also was the comment, if Richard stays nice, he'll promote PulseChain. What the hell? Yeah, and in the interview with Richard, he said to Richard, he goes, you look like a scammer. Oh, what do you mean someone looks like a scammer? And then he made some other like underlying, if anybody understands psychology and how people try to manipulate words, I feel like that's what he's. Go back and watch that interview. And now you get to see the true colors of how Jack played it. Jack knows Jack shit. Look, I hope Zen does well. I mean, he really doesn't need much from Jack Levin, right? It's I think people will provide liquidity themselves. It's just it looks like it's an immutable coin, so it's similar to Hex. So as a community, people can support it, and all it takes is maybe 20 people putting in $100,000 of liquidity, and believe me, there's a lot of people with a lot of money that can do such a thing. If you're worth 100 million, putting 100 grand of liquidity into a project does not hurt you, and you're also going to earn fees by being an LP provider, right? So it's almost a good idea to help support your own money. If you really believe that Zen's going to do something, Back up your words with some liquidity. I don't care if it's as little as $500 worth of. Just do something, right? Trevor. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's diehard Hexkin. Lots of snakes in the Hex community. Texan token, Zen, yeah, beat. The Texan token one I didn't really pay attention to, but I understand what they're trying to do. But do we really need more tokens? Or could we just put people into Hex? Especially if there's something that you stake, right? A stake for long terms. Why do we need more copycats or something similar to Hex? I don't understand that. Build something else. I thought about building a token. This is about 6 months ago. I was thinking about building a token that would reward people for completing their Hex stakes over and above what the Hex rewards are. And every time I think about it, I'm like, oh man, it sounds great. We could use something else. Another derivative that helps. But then I'm like, man, I don't want to go through the headache. I want to reward Hex stakers. I don't want to make another token that just, has its own stake features or whatever, all that stuff. Hedron's amazing. Now, not when it first launched, but it's amazing now. Early end stake penalties go to stakers. Are we talking about Hex, Trevor? I don't know how Zen works. Finally made your live. Willow Dreams, welcome. Thought Hex was not good because of the negative things said about it. Sorry, Willow Dreams. Yeah, there was a lot of people. I tried to be that positive in the storm, but we were just overwhelmed. It was like a tidal wave of negativity the first year, and it used to get to me. It got to everybody. It was just rough. That's why we were such a tight community, all out and all in, just like your mama. Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Hi, Ted. Straight shit show in the Hex community right now, infighting all over the place. I just support making money on other projects. I do support. Yeah. Firefighting, I'm about making money everywhere. And even Johnny K asked me to comment about it on Twitter today. He goes, wow, Randy's pissed. Randy never gets pissed about this stuff, or he never really gets into the drama and things. But, calling Richard a scammer or saying that Richard won't be called a scammer anymore if he burns the OA tokens, that just didn't sit right with me, especially after our community is what got you going. Look, the Hex community is the best marketing community in the crypto space. No one can freaking compete with us. We got this thing on lockdown. How many live streamers we got? I can't even count them. We just added another one, Latina, Base Wafu out of Mexico. We're growing. How many other communities in this bear market are growing? The Hex community is continuing to grow. This is nuts. I've never seen anything like it. Base Clip says, stop funding your Zen bags. I think I got plenty of Zen. Do I think Zen is important? No. I consider Zen the same thing as me putting a bunch of chips on the black 13 on the roulette table. If it pays off, it pays off. I spend more money at a casino going and playing the one-armed bandits than I did spending on my claiming of my Zen. If it pays off, it pays off. If it doesn't, so be it. But you won't see me out there shilling Zen. I won't do it. I might say in 2 or 3 years, I might say, holy crap, I sold some Zen and it bought me a new house. I might say stuff like that. Doesn't the OGRH hold 95% of Hex? Not 95. I think it's closer to 90. I think the community, I think it's 7 or 8%. And then you have you got some liquid out there too. 7 or 8% Hex is staked. And then you have liquid out there too, which isn't very much anymore. Liquid is drying up so fast. And Blaine, it's okay. Jack just spammed ETH with gas attack hype. those Ethereum folks are like, oh, this is amazing. What a payday this month. Bring on Zen. We love Zen. We're fattening up our pockets this month, even in a bear market. Yes. Thank you, Jack. What happened to the ETH? Randy Ware, voice of reason in the madness. Thank you for your service, sir. AZ Birdie, I try. I find it comical. There's a lot of people that think it's a bad thing when the community has infighting. You're in a bear market. This ain't shit. I've been part of communities where it just totally imploded. Totally imploded. I've told you guys before, I had a group of about 45 people in a Facebook group that I started back in 2014. It was all about crypto. I mean, some big names, okay? Big names. And then the 2018 bear market came. Folks couldn't handle it. It got bad. People were calling each other names. They were blocking each other. And I just deleted the group. I said, you guys can go start your own group. I'm out of here. So one of the guys asked me, begged me, like, oh, Randy, don't delete the group 100%. Just let me take it over. And I left the group personally. And I said, bye, guys. Appreciate the fun that we've had, but it's time for me to move on. And I moved on. That was bad. Here I'm talking about 35, 40 millionaires, crypto millionaires, whales, all going at it like little kids, including me. You know, at that time I was a millionaire for a short amount of time. Anna and I, we were big there for a little while. I think it was about 7 days. And we went in there and it was just mayhem. Everyone was at each other's throats. And I said, I don't want any part of this anymore. Nothing compared to what's going on with Hex. Love your streams. Don't catch many lives, but catch the replays. Firefighting. Thank you. Thank you for the support. It's good. Look, I'm putting gasoline on the fire. I'm bringing the content. It's the same thing as when you DCA into crypto, you DCA during a bear market. I'm DCAing with my content in the bear market because I think that we need to quiet these freaking furus that are making this content during the bull markets and they're wrecking everybody. There needs to be some of us out there. Needs to be some of us that are out there trying to save people from getting wrecked and stop them from trading and stuff like that. Thank you, Dr. Hex. Doug Griffiths. Good day, Randy. Bottom drawer for Zen. Might take a look in 4 to 5 years. Exactly. Had completely no tokenomics to pump. Trevor, it won't for now. Maybe he's got something up his sleeve, you know, pull it out. Kind of like Hedron did, right? Alex, he launched Hedron. The token economics were very similar to Zen, just inflation. You're like, okay, this isn't looking good. And when it first pumped, and Brennan and some of the other folks, can't remember their names, were saying this is going to the moon. This is the best things to slice bread. It's better than Hex. Be careful when someone says better than Hex. That's usually a sure sign some bullshit's about to go down. And I just started tweeting. I'm like, look, this thing's looking overheated. I don't trust it. And a week later, imploded. And I bought it back. You know, like 6 weeks after that, I started buying again and wrote it back up. Said had completely no tokenomics. Yep, exactly. Randy, your DCA starting October sounds ideal based on RH saying bottoms around November. Keep up the good streams. Hex down under for sure. And remember, I showed you guys last night, the next Bitcoin halving is in February, supposedly around February 4th of 2024. So that means February in 2023 should be a great time for the market to start turning around and start heading up. It won't head up a lot. It'll just start trickling up, right? It'll just start, am I going there? Yeah. It'll start slowly rising. And then after the halving, that's when you start getting the true bull market. But the accumulation phase is right now all the way up until the Bitcoin halving. You guys, if we do this right and we don't let too much government interference, this next bull cycle is going to make so many of you guys wealthy. So many. Just remember to take some profits. Watch my stream the other night about taking profits. Because if you don't take profits and you listen to the furus who tell you never to take profits, they keep telling you it's going to go up another 10x, another 10x, another 10x. Next bull cycle, if you're up 100x in something, you might want to take some profits. Bitcoinish, Alarski, you knew. No. Next, and silver bottom draw stuff. Pearl, I don't get what were you saying? Don't get that one. Hex going to stay at 3 cents a while, I bet. It's the best stable coin in the market right now. Base Mafia, thank you. Our star is in the chat right now. Another Hex streamer has emerged, and I think it's Crypto Amazonas is her show. So if you speak Spanish or you just want to support the Spanish community, check out her streams. Already so sick of Zen BS. I didn't care enough about it to claim. Glad I didn't. Good luck to who did it, but I'll stick with RH, Hedron, ICOSA. Yeah, no doubt. It could turn into something, right? It could, but I'm not gonna feed you guys to the wolves. I don't want you to spend your hard-earned Ethereum, especially if you're new to crypto. I don't want to just tell you to go do something. If you feel like doing it, good. If you want to do one wallet and do it for the full amount of time, go for it. It could be a lottery ticket, but I'm not gonna feed you to the wolves. You would think that Hexkins would know what makes Hex the apex asset to hodl. Unfortunately, it requires work, time, and effort to fully understand all the intricacies that RH has put into this product. Yeah, absolutely, a lot of intricacies. Now, I don't want to fed. I'm not trying to FUD Zen, but there's got to be some reason to hodl the token. There's got to be some utility, or else that coin is just going to be inflated to hell. Drop mic. I hope someone records that space. They did. That it was recorded. I retweeted it today. The Zen or it came out as just another dump project. No, Warhammer, it's still there, and I think it's going to be fine. You're going to receive your coins. Just are they going to have value? That's up to the community. Like I said, it needs something to make it work. Hello, all crypto question. It has staking already, but it's going to need more than just the basic staking that it has. You're going to have other things built on top of it to give people a reason to continue holding it. Jack is a Google evil man, we learned. Big surprise. Googler number 21. Hedron dipped like Zen, just saying. Oh, yeah, Hedron got nasty. But it was a good buying opportunity. And then when ICOSA came out, oh my God, I love Hedron now. And the fact that we got the first batch coming out of HSI stakes in November. Whew. Get ready. Heck yes, this drama is a nice break from the boredom, to be honest. Micah, the crypto community right now is bored. They're so bored. They wish that we had they could be part of our drama. About Hex with MetaMask. Anything else I need to know? I think it's ETH chain. William, yeah, it's on Ethereum. You can use MetaMask, but when you use MetaMask, you pay a fee to use MetaMask. It's better to use Uniswap. They can go to geez, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think it's uniswap.org, and that's where you're going to get a better deal. You won't have to spend as much on your fees. We might not see a copy of Zen on PLS. Yeah, we will. Hexhound, yeah, we will. The whole Ethereum system state. The only thing I don't think is going to show up is the Hex copies, but maybe Richard will consider Zen a Hex copy after the latest BS. That Amish kid, full moon baby, yeah. If you look up, it's there, but we can't look up because the window blocks it. And that Amish kid, he signed up for Aurochs today. If you guys don't use Aurochs, check it out below. It's totally free. If you're paying for TradingView, you don't have to, because everything that TradingView has, Aurochs has. And Aurochs has a couple of their own indicators, which the Aurochs indicator and a couple other things that I recommend you check out too. I like it. And just take all the there's guides on the side where you can go through all the classes to learn how to use it. Thank you, Randy. Always guiding us with experience and knowledge. You're welcome. Is Jack Tone's Vats cousin? Wendy Shift. Yeah, I think that Jack, I do think he's Russian, or at least Eastern European of some kind. Russian American. But Hedron has utility. Zen has 21st Google employee and future promises. Blaine, exactly. That's what it has right now. Cult of Personality. Remember that song? I don't think all Jack's followers on Twitter are real. Oh, sure, they could be Crypto Honesty. He's been around a long time. It takes time to build. Like mine, I just passed 30,000 recently, and tell you, if you go the organic way, it takes a long time. But if you have something like I'm the 21st employee of Google, like Jack has, more people are likely to trust him and they will follow him. Darn it, I'm late. Lights out. You're here though, brother. You're here. I had a lot of fun. Proof of spam bots. Yeah, lots of bots. And anybody who tells you that there's gonna be a fair launch of a token, dude, there's no such thing as a fair launch. When Epicash launched and I was part of that team, it was supposed to be a fair launch. Right away, the bots jumped in and they were mining and they're dumping the token left to right, left to right. I just don't trust fair launches. There's no such thing. The fairest launch I was part of was actually the token for Aurochs, when Yorgi and Taraz, they decided to just launch the token on Uniswap. And I remember that night very clearly. I was in Acapulco. I was in Acapulco, Mexico, and I stayed up till like 1 a.m. to be part of the fair launch, because even though I was an employee, I was part of the team, none of us got tokens. We all had to participate just like everybody else. And there was 1 million tokens for Urus. Urus is the token for Aurochs. And they were going to launch at 20 cents on Uniswap. So here I am. I'm all ready to go. And then they said, okay, when we put it into the Telegram, that's when the launch is going to happen. So I went in, and there was, for some reason, when I clicked buy at the moment that it launched, my after about 3 minutes, my transaction failed. They're racing the motorcycles. So I ended up getting my first batch of Urus at like, I think it was $2 or something. Not the original 20 cents that I was supposed to launch at. So I got way less than I was expecting to get. And it was a totally fair launch because everyone just competed. And it was really cool. So back at that time, I really didn't understand how Uniswap worked. I'd only been using Uniswap to buy Hex back in 2020. So I never had to, increase my GWE in order to participate to get into something. It really stunk, but I missed out. The token went on to $300 by the top of the bear or the bull market, though. Imagine if I would have got them at 20 cents and they went to 300. Darn it! And I was on the team. Darn it all the heck. Wouldn't PulseX be worth more than PLS in the long run because buy and burn less and less coins? Daniel Valenzuela. Okay, this is the way I say it over and over again. We've got, these guys are really going tonight. I think that out the gate, Pulse is going to fly, right? And it might do really well, like the hare. We got the tortoise and the hare. PulseX is going, I'm sorry. Yeah, I had it right. PulseX is going to be the tortoise. It's going to come out slow. It's not going to do really well. But in the end, it could win. But I think that in the end, even though the PulseChain is going to come out as the hare, it's still going to win. Because long-term layer ones always win. PulseX might be usurped by something else in the future. There'll probably be something else that's even better. It might even be Richards. Who knows? But the buy and burn, everything's cool. I think PulseX. So we've seen Uniswap. It came out in 2020. It's now 2022, going on 2023. So it's likely that Uniswap will be around, be the top dog probably for another 5 years or so. I think that exchanges they have. Oh man, they're out here racing. That is going to be. There's always something that replaces stuff that gets better, right? So I think PulseX, it'll probably get usurped in the future unless it just keeps changing, getting better and better and better. Diamond hand maxi contract. Yep. Derivatives are awesome, but really hard to do. Well, yes, they are. Proof of wallet bots. Yep. That Amish kid, appreciate it. Thank you. Franklin, dealing with racing motorcycles out here. Kids with lots of testosterone, and they need that adrenaline rush. I could have been in HEX since 1/3 of a cent, but my IQ wasn't high enough to get it at first. Yeah. I had to deal with people calling me a scammer. When you got Andreas Antonopoulos publicly calling you a scammer on Twitter, and all of a sudden you lose 2,000 followers, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. But it felt good knowing that my wife talks shit about him all the time at public events when we were doing crypto, because she does not like him. We met him twice. Both times he was a dirtbag. If you guys don't know who Andreas Antonopoulos is, he's a longtime crypto guy. Used to teach education about HEX, or not HEX, Bitcoin. You're just finishing Thanksgiving, Pepe. Good to see you. Bear market boss Trevor, I'm trying. I didn't think Jack attacked RH when I heard the convo. Yeah, he was just saying stuff, but still, I thought it was underhanded. You know when people talk to you and they got a really nice tone, they got a smile, they're like, hey, but under their breath they're saying, you're a fucking asshole. That's how I felt listening to that. We rolled out the red carpet for him because his follower count and a Google affiliation. There is a lesson here. Crypto Cashew. Exactly. XCon 720. Welcome. I think the community's ability to market is why founders target us. Yes. Just had that talk with Kinetics. Kinetics and I were just discussing this. We are the best marketers in crypto. Why? Because we're attracted to the fact that the top dog in this project, Richard Hart, is one of the best marketers in crypto. So where do we want to be? We want to be with the other. I think that's why I'm attracted to working and being around RH Products, because this guy knows how to market. I see what he does. I'm like, ooh, yeah. He understands how I think. Crypto Coffee, the same thing. HEX is struck tightly in about 1/10 of a penny price change for like 20 days now. Is that not weird? Speak to you. Listen, I believe in market makers. We don't know who it is, but market makers are awesome. Bought some HEX recently and going to learn how to stake. I stake a lot of other coins also. Willy Dreams, same here. Been seeing a lot of new Fauci ouchie commercials on TV lately. He warned of a worse strain. BS is going to start again, it seems. If you can't pay for it without wearing them, geez, guys, be careful out there. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to get into that too much on the stream because I don't want to lose the channel, but be careful out there. Don't take any more of the juices, all right? If you can help it. Just back from the beach. These motorcycles are really annoying. Matt and Bali, well, we're just talking about people hoodwinking us, coming into the HEX community, acting like they're our friends, and then using us for alternative purposes like their own tokens. It's just not cool. Making money from Zen and stake HEX is my strategy. I've already done well yesterday selling Zen. So you staked one day and you sold. Good for you. You probably made back enough money to pay for a couple of your stakes. That's a smart play. The new tokens I wouldn't mind are more perpetuals. Perpetuals are cool. Yeah. Are you a xenophobican? I made to work for that name. No, not at all. I claimed with 45 wallets. I got Zen coming to 45 wallets. Why? Because Randy's down deep inside. Randy's a gambling man. And that's how I did so well in crypto. I gambled on HEX. I gambled on Epic Cash. I gambled on Horizon. Gambled on Bitcoin. Gambled on Ethereum. Gambled on XRP. Gambled on Steam. Pays off. Now there's a bunch of other tokens. Those are all my winners, right? But I had probably another 50 or so losers. But the thing is, my winners were so big that I don't care about my losers. I love the fighting. It means growing pains. Mark, you and me both. I love the fighting too. I'm a former psych nurse. mental health counselor. So when I see this stuff, I'm like, this is normal. We're a family. Families go at each other's throats. Thank you. Thank you, Marion. Black Crypto is live streaming the space on YouTube. I think who was doing the relationship, the Hex relationship show? I thought that we were supposed to do that in October. I'll have to check it out on my app, my Twitter, because somebody messaged me and said they want to do Anna and I live on a stream. Since you guys never get to see my wife, she acts too shy. She's not so confident in her English, even though she speaks great English. She doesn't like to do it on live stream. Like, so yeah, the Zen shillers gonna shill and try to make arguments. Then YouTubers will promote the hype to spread the word, like that you are feeding that promotion bullshit. Coin Critic, yeah, no problem. I own Zen. Minted 100 million Zen for $30, but people think this is Russian roulette. It is, brah. It is. Got to get liquidity, marketing, and something for that token to do. If you don't have those things, the chances are very small that it's going to be successful. There's been 1,000 Bitcoins. And the reason why Bitcoin survived without much utility is because it was number one. It was the first. Why did Ethereum survive and do so well? Because it brought tons of utility. Into 100 million Zen for Crypto Cashew. Elliot, you are welcome. It's innocent to the drama. Yes, exactly. What if it does? What if it goes to 0.001? Anybody who claimed is going to be very happy. Against false flood anymore. It's all been answered 100 times already. Hex Monkey. Yep. But I'm still going to make short vids about all the different FUDs. I'm still going to do it. I think people need a refresher once in a while and maybe some updated information. Maybe we got another viewpoint that we can use. So I'm going to start doing that for the short content. Are you talking to me or are you talking to somebody else? I honestly didn't think Jack was Attack RH when I heard the discussion. Yeah. Randy, do you offer consultation one-on-one? Curious whether... No, I don't, but people call me all the time. It's not so much a consultation, it's just a conversation. I had a gentleman from Germany call me the other day and we talked for 30 minutes and it went great. And he's a huge PulseChain and PulseX sacrificer. People I had no idea were even into crypto are coming and calling me and say, hey, we're thinking about moving to Panama or Costa Rica or Mexico. What do you think? And I'm like, bring it on. About pizza and popcorn. Human X trafficker. Cool. I've seen May the 4th. Hopperman, is that for the PulseChain launch? Fed going to lowering interest rates for Biden hype vote? Trevor, you know it. Or maybe not lower, but they're going to stop with 75 basis point jumps. That might slow down. Look forward to seeing everyone enjoy their money next bull. Oh boy. Yes. You and Nerdgar are the few who talk about taking profits. It's super important. No shit. You have to, folks. Take profits. Take profits. Even if it's only, if your bag goes up 100%, take 20%. It goes up another 100%, take another 20%. It goes up another 100%, take 20%. You never run out of tokens, but you're always taking profits. I didn't listen to any Twitter space or discussion lately. I'm just speaking in general about folks who being up some same FUD we've heard since 2020, like yawn, OA is bad, yawn. Yep, exactly. You're welcome. The pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. It always is. It was negative, but it was the first time he gave his unedited opinion on the subject. In Hexco, that's enough to get people hated and displace their anger. Fun times. Yeah. I was pissed. Just hearing it, I was like, what? What'd you say? I'm going to slap the shit out of you. I'm going to give you a backhand. Yeah. I don't like spaces. Exports one. Hello, welcome. Zen is a meme coin, and the meme is my Google employee future promises. Yeah. I see the fundamentals, build on a solid foundation, accumulation on a solid foundation. That is a marketable sentence. Yep. Accumulation on a solid foundation. Yes. Thanks for the streams. They keep me going whilst mowing lawns in Melbourne. Really? While you're mowing a lawn, Jacob? That's awesome. Make that money. Make that money. Cross-chain Zen wallet. I'm sure it'll come. I listen to it right before I go to sleep. Do I have that kind of calming voice? Should I talk lower? It's going through its massive inflation phase. Will take months to stabilize. Absolutely. Months. I'm thinking years. What it do, Randy? How is your neutral country doing? Mine is just fine. Black Label Expat couldn't be any better. You go outside, you walk around. I mean, I've been home now. We got home in September. I've never heard one person bring up the war in Russia or Ukraine. I've never seen even one Ukrainian flag. If anybody's Ukrainian here or Russian, no offense, but that's none of my business. None of my business. You guys got the problem. It's your fight, not my fight. So Randy was in the military. Randy saw bad things. Randy wants nothing to do with any of that war stuff. Humans aren't meant to kill each other. Humans are meant to love each other and make communities. And we have a great community in HEX. I'll love that. I'll stick to that and I'll focus on that. 100% of all the FUD questions have dozens of videos refuting in detail, no excess because researching is so easy now. Yeah, exactly. The Zen staking is not that great. It starts at 20%, but drops 1% every 90 days. He's going to have to do better than that. When Chinese New Year FUD, that's the bottom starter. Well, tomorrow is for the Jewish people, tomorrow is the beginning of the Feast of the Tabernacles. So that goes on for 2 days. So they won't be working. All the malls here will be pretty much closed. Second time I've caught him live thing. I was in space when Jack explained. Sounds like he answered a direct question about claims of RH being a scammer. Explained burning OA could stop the accusations. Yeah. I'm starting to think he really did vamp attack, but in a nicer way. Yeah, exactly. A very nice way he vamp attacked. He says vamp attack means vampire attack, meaning coming into the community and sucking the blood out of the community to build his own community. There may be proof he didn't know what the OA did a month ago. Yeah. Can't look up giant window on the way up. Mint $100 for $30. That's a 30% charge. It's obvious how Common Core math has dumbed down society. William, you're welcome. Yes, Marion did. You were there every night. Thank you so much. I just want to get to the truth. I did see posts that was very alarming, kind of strange. Yeah. Really speaks more to a lack of understanding of what the OA has done to protect future value. Okay. Let's go into, before we get too late, guys, let's do the news. Yes, based off of we were talking about you, supporting your live streams, supporting our Latinas. Let's see what the stock market's doing. So stock market today, stocks fall for fourth consecutive session. The path of least resistance remains lower for equities amid rate hike worries and recession jitters. Stocks closed lower Monday in a choppy session, noticeably light on volume. A lack of economic news and the fact that the bond market was closed in observance of Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day, helped make for a quiet day of trading. And tomorrow will be quiet too, I imagine, or the next 2 days will be because the Feast of Tabernacles. Still heightened anxiety over central bank tightening, a rising dollar, and a dour outlook for the automotive industry made further declines the path of least resistance for equities. The bottom line, U.S. stocks kicked off the week with a fourth straight day of losses. The blue chip Dow Jones Industrial fell 0.3% to close at 29,202, while the broader S&P slipped 0.8% to 3,612. That tech-heavy NASDAQ composite lost 1% to settle at 10,542. Now, here's the news that I think is pretty important for all of us. Most of you guys aren't in Europe, or there are a few, but this is going to have long-term effects on the crypto market, and it looks like it's coming quickly. EU lawmakers passed landmark crypto assets regulation bill. The Markets and Crypto Assets Regulation Bill, MiCA, is one step closer to being put into law. Europe is one step further on its way to regulating the crypto industry. European Union lawmakers today signed off the Markets and Crypto Assets Regulation, MiCA, landmark legislation that hopes to regulate the digital asset space within the Union. European Parliament officials voted 28-1 in favor of the legislation, which will, if passed, in the next vote, require stricter rules for crypto companies. The MiCA bill asked those issuing crypto to publish a crypto asset white paper containing information about their project. It also asked stablecoin companies to meet capital requirements. Such entities will be restricted on how many tokens they can issue if they are not denominated in euros or other currencies used by EU member states. The MiCA looks to regulate cryptocurrency mining too. The bill asked big crypto asset service providers to disclose their energy consumption. Mining cryptocurrencies is an energy intensive business, and cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin have a bigger carbon footprint than entire countries. The EU could also classify NFTs, unique tokens issued on a blockchain that are linked to assets such as artwork, as securities under the new bill. Holy shit, that's the big one right there. According to University of Kentucky law professor Brian Fire, who specializes in NFTs and securities law. EU lawmakers have been debating MiCA for over 2 years now. The Economic Union is working hard to try and regulate, in the words of MEP Stephen Berger, the Wild West of the crypto world. The EU Parliament also today based an anti-money laundering bill that requires or requests crypto transfers include data on the payer and payee. So they definitely want us to have KYC wallets. The bill, which is aligned with the MiCA, asks crypto assets service providers to provide information to authorities if an investigation is conducted into money laundering and terrorist financing. The EU officials will again vote on final approval of the MiCA legislation later this month before it becomes law. Ouch, 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 ouch. So what you guys got to think about that? The regulation's coming. Yeah. I won't be owning Bitcoin. This is what this regulation tells me. Stay away from Bitcoin. Be careful with NFTs that are securities. They're going to make NFT securities. So that could put a damper on everyone's excitement. Guys, I'm going to skip over the OA stuff, all right? Because we talked extensively about it. The Rothschilds. There is no community coming remotely close to the dynamic of Hexco during this bear. I've peeked at Hoskinson's acolytes, and they are a sleep fest. And we all know what BTC Maccabees sound like. Yep. And did you guys hear about RSK? I'm actually friends with the guys down in Argentina, the founders of RSK, and they're building smart contracts on Bitcoin. They got a hack. I don't know how much money it was. Richard tweeted it. I retweeted it, but they got hacked. The smart it was supposed to be super secure and better than Ethereum and all that because it's built on Bitcoin. Hacked. No, nothing right now. Hex Monkey. Please, guys. Appreciate the likes. I really have not heard a single question about Hex that wasn't asked and answered. Yeah, yes, he said that. Like, the messaging for Zen is so disingenuous. This guy goes, "Oh, pump and dumps mean the founder is pumping and dumping. Does he want me to believe he didn't know what was going to happen to Shoshi?" That's what I said. Yeah, when the site went down in the first 15 minutes and didn't come back up, I'm like, oh boy, someone's getting their mint on, and it ain't me or anybody else. Hedron has a great buying op at the moment. Crypto communique, I agree. 140 viewers with less than 40 likes. Come on, hit the like. It's okay. I think they are there. I think we just have to refresh. I just think it's so ironic that Zen is now insanely centralized. Yeah. 3 years in with flawless operation and benevolent. Yeah, exactly. We're getting way behind here. That's why I ignore all FUD. Yep. True. Best part, it's immutable. Hex and Zen is too, though. When crotch rocket, no way. Actually, guys, that's one thing I'll never own. I promised my parents I would never do that. My stepbrother, when I was in 10th grade, he got killed in a motorcycle and a crotch rocket. So never going to own a motorcycle. Yeah. In terms of fair launch, humans are behind the bots. They're taking the risk of paying their ETH gas. It's all risk. It's all risk. Yeah. Can you give us a Federal Reserve interest rate rumors? I think they're going to continue one more. Maybe they're going to do 25 basis points in a couple of weeks. 25 basis points. And then we have the elections, right? And they won't do anything. But remember, this is war. The US dollar is crushing everything right now. The UN's on their knees begging for the US to stop raising interest rates. But they got the whole world. Not everybody, everybody is suffering except for the US right now. But these raising of the interest rates are going to haunt Americans too, because they won't be able to get their houses refinanced. They won't be able to get credit cards. They won't be able to do a lot of things. And won't be able to get loans if they have adjustable rate mortgages like the UK. 40% of all mortgages in the UK are adjustable rate mortgages. January 1st, every one of those are going to reset with a higher rate. 40% of people who own a home and pay a mortgage, they're going to get crushed, absolutely crushed. What percent of those 40% of homeowners do you think can afford their mortgage going up by 80% or 60% over the course of the next 3 months? Very few. Get ready for foreclosures. You guys. Bright Light Crypto, welcome. Version 2 Uniswap clones may be overtaken by better tech next cycle. Version 3, version 4. Yeah, totally possible. 149 in the chat. Yes, lights out. Thank you, buddy. Kids with lots of crypto profits. Probably Hexkin, Hedron kids racing outside. Yeah. Oh, that was a while ago. PulseX is better than Pulse because I don't have any Pulse. Only heard about PulseX in December and stacked my bags for PulseX and a little LL. You did LL, Matt and Bali. Great for you. I mean, I think that LL is going to do very well. Did you see their front end for their site? Oh my God. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Toshoshi. I'm going to fast forward a little bit here with the comments. Do you ever think? No. Gravel Bear? No. Jeff is the leader of the group, but he doesn't really do the crypto stuff. That's Raphael and a couple other Mr. X and Mr. Z or Mr. Y or Mr. ABC, whatever the heck they call themselves now. They're the ones who do the crypto stuff. He just follows suit with them. We're going to stake it till there are none left to burn it all. Make money everywhere. Make money any way you guys can. Too many of you are getting distracted. Keep your eyes on your business. Keep moving forward. Yeah. I guarantee you standing up for what you believe in will grant you way more followers. I have the highest respect for your integrity. Hexicans will never let you fall. Thank you, Franklin. I appreciate that. Yeah, just tell it like it is. That's the best thing you can do. Because if you tell it like it is, then you don't have anything to hide and you don't make mistakes. And, you don't have to come back out later and say, oh, I lied about that. Or cover your tracks and that kind of stuff. That's how I believe everyone should live. The roof. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn. True. Sometimes crypto shows or comments are like the UFX. Gamblers equal grave people. Yeah, they are. But the best part of gambling in crypto is that our odds of winning are much higher if we do a little homework. Do a little homework. Why did I go so big into Hex? Because I did the homework. People don't want to do the homework. They want to listen to somebody that has been in crypto for a couple years and they're paid $10 to shill something on their YouTube channel, $10,000 or whatever, because they have a following of like 80,000 people. They didn't do any research. They're like, oh, sure, yeah, give me 10 grand. Getting everyone out of CBDC is always a win. How I made central bank digital currencies are on their way. 2023 is the year. They will be rolled out all over the place. Make sure you have money in crypto. Cleared clout chasing from JL. bait and switch. Funniest thing is that he said publicly never staked HEX. If he did not have this number 21 Googler badge in the HEX community, ZEN would not have existed. Yes. Vampire attack on HEX. That's what it is. You know? Thank you, Steph, for showing up. Good morning to you. Our friend in France, if he's still in France right now. Now he's bashing HEX in our age. Exactly. That's what I talked about in the first part of the show. It was a real shame to see that. I was like, oh, no, he didn't. I almost got real ghetto on him. Flip-floppers all around. Yep. Maybe I should do the, get my chancla and throw my chancla at him. Do the old Latino thing. You got it. You're married to a Latina when she could chuck that chancla across the room and hit the kid in the head. X putting in a lot of support, 0.03333. No doubt, Coin Critic. I see it all the time. And my little antennas go up like, ooh, I like this market maker. The founder of Shopping.io has been in the Telegram, and Jack mentioned Shopping.io was talking about using ZEN as payment. We wait. Good. That'll be cool. How can I speak to you privately? Can I meet you? Just Twitter. Just hit me up on Twitter. Take profits at 33 cents next time. Isn't Hoodwink when you pull your Glockmatics? Don't be naughty. Keen to see your car stream. I'm a huge car fan also. We have some cool cars here in Oz, but really love the old school American muscle. Yeah. We'll see how that one's going to go. I have a meeting tomorrow with a guy who wants to help me out with the car stuff. And plus, my friend Alex, he's an NFT guy, and he's the one I bought my truck from. And, I remember, guys, I brought my truck with crypto. I sold HEX for USDC, and then we send from our KYC wallet to Coinbase in order to purchase the truck. And that's how we did it. And Alex is the man for that. So if you guys want a truck or a vehicle anywhere in the world, pretty much, he's the guy for you for new vehicles. I bought my Volkswagen straight from the factory. Just play with a bit of dinner money. If you're lucky, you may get some sweets. I do. Yeah. Randy, do you recommend staking minimum 1 share or more for each HEX stake? Joseph Reno, this is the problem. If you're staking on eHEX, right? The regular HEX right now, remember, ETH fees are likely to go up a whole bunch in the future, okay? Once PulseChain launches, absolutely go for it. Go crazy with it. But for eHEX, do as much as you possibly can. Because you're probably going to have to unstake on PulseChain in the future, sell some of your pHEX in order to pay for the fees on your eHEX stakes. And that's not going to be fun. Dang, Randy, you're blowing up. When's the next rooftop music? I'm doing shorts. So if you guys are checking out my shorts, I'm going to be doing a lot of TikTok style using the rooftop because it's just such a great backdrop. So I'll be doing that a lot. At what price will you start dumping? Look, I don't even get my Zen. My first one's come out at like day 345, 346. That's too far ahead to even think about it. Crypto Vince, my man. You're absolutely right with the video title. We should have known better than to give him the engagement. We should have seen this coming. Damn straight. We've been there before, guys. Wish I had a close friend that was the crypto experience that you have. This stream is the next best thing for many of us. Mr. Rock Jockey, I appreciate that. That's why I'm going to stick around. Got ramen, guns, and water. Bring on the collabs. Yeah, I'm set too. We're good for at least 6 months. And I got that pool 2 floors up, and that's a lot of water. And I got all the filters I need to clean it up if we need it. Jackal in the box. And Jack was speaking theoretically to answer the guy's question. What would stop the scam accusations? Came through as me as I listened to it, okay? And it came through pretty straight to me that's what he was saying. Maybe it's the way he said it. I don't know. I live in New Hampshire now. Does Ron Paul have another chance here in 2024? No, he's too old, Trevor. He's just too old. And his son is nothing like him. I don't like his son. Rotten on the Common Core. Yep. Steve D, welcome tonight. Good to see you. New Hampshire successionist movement turns into Hexco. Man. Twitter, a black hole of maxi hate today. I'm unfazed in my lane, minting Zen with custom gas. Yeah, that's fine. I'm like I said, I did 45 wallets. I would have had 50, but 5 failed because I put the GUI too low. Hey, that's good. I see opportunity. If it turns out to be in something good, I spent $120 or so. I spend more than that at the casino. I'm gonna say it over and over again. We don't put up with regulations in Tasmania, mate. Yeah, you guys are you're pretty set down there. What does that mean for Hedron? Thomas, you talking about the HSI stakes, the NFT versions? Nothing. I wouldn't. Do not worry about regulations, folks. Randy doesn't worry about regulations. Randy just keeps moving forward. Franklin, let's have a call, man. Anytime you want. How they don't start messing with my what's the NFTs yet. Isn't Microsoft now working with a MetaMask? We definitely need a new MetaMask type wallet. I think Richard Hart has got one underway. No doubt MetaMask will be KYC soon. Matt and Bali, I truly believe so. And also Orox has an amazing one too, but it's only by invitation only right now. And it's got cool features where if you try to do a transaction and it's on an address that's known to be a scam, it'll warn you. If you're on a website that's known to be a scam, it'll warn you. It does all kinds of cool things to protect you from yourself, because we are all idiots in this game. And sometimes we need help. I've made so many mistakes in crypto. I've lost a couple houses, right? And I think that, Richard's wallet, I'm sure it's going to be badass. I already know the Orox one's going to be badass when that gets launched. And like I said, I love Orox. These guys are going public, so they're going to have lots of money behind them. They're going to keep coming up with cool tools that we can use. Puerto Rico, yep. France. My first purchase of Texas was tonight. Matt and Bali, what? What? Your first? Cool. Oh man, BTC seems to take up so much energy. Sounds really bad for the environment. How much energy and paper does traditional finance use? Exactly. That bank right there, that one right there. How much energy does Caja de Ahorros? How much do they use with other locations? And by the way, they got one of their locations got robbed today, about a mile and a half from here. Someone walked in, stole all the cash. Everything fair just works in theory. Lights out. Thank you. Yeah. See, you see what's happening? I'm going longer and longer with the streams just because you guys are communicating and I love it. Middle class decreasing in the US, renting out homes will be important. Yeah. The problem is the centralization of the homes. You know, BlackRock, they bought a bunch of homes. Remember, Motley said that BlackRock were the ones that bought his house when he sold it. Google is the biggest information data mine. It could be a setup to obtain addresses for Big Brother. I love conspiracy theories. Let's roll with it. Lost my butt trying to rent a property in Tucson. I'm selling real estate now. It's hard. Why would anyone finance everything with anything with a variable rate? Al Saunders, because they're taught this dream of owning a home. Did you stake your LL for 24 months? No, Corey, no. No. I want to get my coins as soon as possible. Then hopefully, if everything goes right, I'll be able to stake them off the bat and earn that sweet yield. Because those tokens that are staked, I don't know how that's going to work. At least if they're in my hands and I stake them on the LL platform personally, my own stakes, then I know what's going on. If the yield isn't good enough, then I can get out. Housing grew by 10% in the UK, population only by 5%. Why did housing prices go up by 300%? Easy, bank money and housing speculation. Yep. Same thing happened in Florida in 6, 7, and 8 when I was living there. Just got here. It means that we're so freaking gullible. The Hex community is so freaking gullible. We let these people come in and vampire attack the community over and over and over again. Any Hexagon OG, it's been here since 2019, 2020, knows what it feels like. We let these people into the community and we treat them nicely. We get them on our live streams. We do all these kind of things. We follow them on Twitter. We retweet them because they're saying all the correct things. They're saying, Hex going to do this, Hex going to do that, PulseChain, Richard's awesome. And then they launched their own tokens without really doing much to help the community. Now, somebody I'd like to see launch a token soon, Steph, Staker app. He's here tonight. Steph, bring it on, buddy. You'll have my support. Exactly. But hey, I'm not saying it out loud because I don't want to lose the channel. Housing market is the number 2 means of fiat money creation through loans, which are just inflation of supply. Home loans to banks are like Bitcoin inflation to miners or Hex inflation to stakers. Coin critic, absolutely. Credit cards, all that. Anytime you use a credit card, you are creating the new money supply. Anytime you get a loan, anytime you do anything, buy a car, you're creating new money that is not old money from the bank. It is absolutely new money. Get yourself in a book and start learning about money. South Florida Jeff, thanks for being real, Randy. Do you agree with Richard that the bottom of bear could be like a month away? Absolutely. Bitcoin halving, February 4th, 2024. When does the crypto market usually turn around? 1 year before. So you want to go with the latest that I think it's going to turn around? February. Maximus Poly going to stake Hedron for ICOSA will support it if Mystery Box doesn't take the cream off the top. Doug Griffiths, sounds good to me. Let's do it. A sandal flying through the air. I love it. Everything Latina. Latin. Yeah, man. Nothing like a Latina mom. Kid gets out of hand. Understand what a t-shirt will do for you and what they will cost in the next bull market. Well, you can buy all you can while you wait. Do you guys remember last year at this time when everyone was saying, oh my God, I can't afford a t-shirt anymore. T-shirts, they're so expensive. How can anybody afford these? They got up to like $12,000, $13,000 for a t-shirt, right? Well, get ready when Hex is a couple bucks and a t-shirt is like 30 or 35,000 Hex. It's almost impossible to get one. Are you an expat? I got family from Panama and some come back to the US because it's no longer available to have dual citizenship. I am an expat and I will be a Panama citizen this year. So if I have to get rid of my Panama citizen or my US citizenship, so be it. I'm staying here. I followed you, Randy, but can't message you on Twitter. Okay, Warhammer. Well, yeah. Telegram, maybe. Love you guys. Got to go. Trevor, have a great night. I was in the original Zen, rebranded to Horizon with you, Randy. Coin Critic, thank you. Worked as community dev and documentation for the secure and super node deployment in 2018. We took other paths on Edit, though. Yeah. So Zen Cash was one of the first major projects I was involved in. It was a privacy coin. It was supposed to be. They then rebranded to Horizon, and the CTO was a good friend of mine, and he lives in Panama part-time. And the CEO, I can't remember their names, but the CEO lives here in Panama, but I haven't seen him. I've never seen him out in public. So yeah, Zen's it was a good project. I don't know what they're doing now. I haven't really paid attention. Yeah, BlackRock was buying up everything in the last year and a half. Thank you, Elliot. Crypto Sloth. I'm here to shill Hedron. I love my Hedron, man. Every night tell you guys about what's going on. Hey, Randy, we're a long time no pee. Hope you all your subs doing well. Cape, hope you're doing well. Who is launching the Aurochs wallet and when launched? Just check it out on the website, getaurochs.com. AUROX. What do you think about putting $10 worth of Ethereum in each new Zen wallet, creating now to offset cost and claims? Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Rock Jockey, you have to do that. It's so important. For my my Ethereum and my Hex wallets, got to keep at least half of Ethereum in there. I locked 6, 12, 18, and 24 months with a pool, so 8 million, getting about 5x on average. Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, Steph, launch that thing. Yeah, T-shirt was like 12K. Yeah, it was nuts. Sorry about that. I just hit the mic. Now it's like $800. Exactly. Now some people can afford it. And I recommend you just, and the cool thing is if you max out 10 years, so you get that for a fifth of the price. So for 100 something bucks, you can get a T-share, or 200 bucks, you can get a T-share, right? If you go out the full 10 years. Timestamp bear market on January 8th, wink, wink. Let's hope so. The housing PE ratio seems to be topping out around cities in the US. Probably best to buy a house in late 2023, early 2024, with housing prices returning close to pre-COVID levels. Yeah, we're looking for a house right now here in Panama because we're on the dollar standard here. So we're looking right now, and I'm hoping that by next spring we can buy something. Just Randy Hilarski. I'm Randy Hilarski everywhere. You can also message me on LinkedIn. I'm over there too. Let's chill together, baby. Exactly. Oh God. Price projection for Hedron next bull market. I think it's going to stay right in pace with HEX, but it needs to play that catch up, and we haven't caught up yet. We'll see more. Give it a couple months after the HSI stakes start coming to market, then we're going to start to see the true value of Hedron, because the Hedron is going to get burned. People need Hedron to buy these HSI stakes, so that circle is going to get going here in a couple weeks. I'm super excited about it. Zenware is getting on my nerves, yeah. But earlier I was talking about Zen Cash, which has nothing to do with XEN. It was ZEN. Are Hexagons going to unite again now that we've been raw fucked again by creative dickheadry? Runeskis, that's a great line. Creative dickheadry. Catching a live early. Good to see you, Randy. Money Gang Crypto, good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the mayhem. I didn't know Panama used dollars. Oh, really? Yeah, we've been on the dollar standard for a long time. We have Balboas. Balboa is the true currency, but that's only the change. You know, the dollar coin, 50-cent piece, quarter, dime, nickel, and penny. But everyone, if you got a US quarter, it works just fine. Seriously though, if you want to chat on stream about ICOSA Hedron, for sure, always. I don't have to do live streams like this all the time. I can do these ones at night. I'm always going to do by myself because I talk about the news and that kind of stuff. But during the day, I'm always happy to do live streams with other folks. On Friday, I'm streaming with Crypto Kindness, and I know Maddie wants to live stream sometime this week. And I think on Friday afternoon, I'm with Cabana. So I'm always open to doing it. Drunk testing at its finest. Yeah. Oh, God. No middlemen, products, and founders everywhere I look at. Let's see product market fits, beneficial whales that don't sell, and accountable founders. We need PulseChain products with our own founders. Yeah, exactly. Oh, goodness. I hear U.S. government drags on anyone wanting to renounce American citizenship and the exit tax. Yeah, they do, Joseph, but that's part of the game. Happy hour on Friday. I mean, Cabana, him and I, and Motley, and Big K, and Crypto Vince. That show is one of the best that Hex has. I absolutely love it. Cabana brings that humor. And Crypto Vince, get your ass back in the show, man. I miss you. Some lovely places in and around Panama, Randy. Wish you and your family hope you find a suitable place. I like South Carolina and Dominica, but prices have soared. 1x $2. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. We're staying in this neighborhood. We like it here, El Cangrejo. It's the center of the city. Right down there by the bank is one of the metro stops for the metro if I want to use the subway. And it's just a great place to live. Lots of bars around here, restaurants, all within walking distance. All we have to do is go downstairs. I don't need to drive. Sometimes I just get in my truck just to drive for the sake of driving, because there's no real reason to drive. Cabana's hilarious. Yes, he is. Randy, are you saying the U.S. is controllable trade to the West and the East via Panama? Van Halen saying it. True. Okay, so people think that the U.S. controls, or China controls the canal, but China doesn't. China owns the ports on the Caribbean side and on the Pacific side, the canal is owned and controlled by the Panamanians, but they do have a treaty with the U.S. government that if there was ever an issue, the U.S. can come back. So there you go. That's how it works. Does free and fair mean 59% centralized exchange owned by ZEN? Bob Farter, no truer words spoken. And that's how we're going to end it tonight. We've been hoodwinked once again because we are the most gullible community in crypto. Hex on, everybody. Cheers.